Build the youth! Build the nation! I am my humble self, Comrade Adewale Jackson Ayika. I am the coordinator for the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ikorodu North Branch. Today, I address you as your youth coordinator via the platform of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ikorodu North Branch. As you know, by the NYCN is the umbrella body of all youth structures and all youth organizations in Ikorodu North LCDA, charged with the responsibility for formulating policy and implementation of issues concerning youth and their development. In light of the recent and planned protest by our passionate youth, we find it pertinent to call on all youth stakeholders within the local council development area for a strategic engagement session and a way forward. They are passionate youths. No doubt the economic situation has never been this difficult. We are angry and we are hungry. We feel almost helpless and that the government needs to hear our voices. Emotions are high. But it's important to note that while emotions are high, the chances of errors are also high. As regards this, we need to do all that we are doing with caution. I need to use this medium to urge us and to beg us that we should embrace constructive dialogue rather than violent protests that will lead to destruction of life and properties. I am fully aware and I understand that a peaceful protest is a constitutional right of every citizen. But looking at the security atmosphere of our environment and the political tissue within the country, such gathering might not be advised, because if it comes to pass, it might be hijacked by evildoers and faceless people. May I also remind us that Lagos State has not recovered from the menace of the NSAS protests. Lives were lost, properties were damaged, illegalism was the order of the day, and we can't afford to experience such again in our Lagos State, and particularly Ikorodu North LCDA. While we seek to be heard, let us be cautious and be specific about our demand. Let us come up with proposals that will bring about development solutions to the hardship we are facing as a nation. Let us have at heart that the change we seek begins with each and every one of us, and whatever we make of our nation is whatever comes of it. On our end, as a structure of the apex body of organized youth in Ikorodu North LCDA, we desist from the forthcoming youth protest, and we advise every youth in Ikorodu North to disengage from such activities. We will continue from our end to support the government to bring about innovations and creativities on continuous implementations of issues that affect the youth and their development. We have numbers of impactful projects outlined that will positively influence the life of every young people, every youth in the Ikorodu North LCDA. And sequel to this, we are urging our youth to key into those opportunities while we constantly pass our yearnings and the need of all these young people to the appropriate quarters. For instance, solution and implementation by the government. Thank you. Long life Nigerian youth, long life Lagos youth, long life Ikorodu North youth. Build the youth! Build the nation! I am my humble self, Comrade Adewale Jackson Ayika. I am the coordinator for the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ikorodu North Branch. Thank you. Build the youth! Build the youth! Build the youth!
Yes, my name is Comrade Moyam Torela. I'm with you this afternoon to talk about reason why we shouldn't go for protest. Yes, I actually acknowledge that protest is one of the fundamental human rights of we citizens in a democratic society. However, we should all know that our country now is in its formative stage. Our leaders are trying to put their effort together to move the country forward. I don't believe protest is the next thing that we should take to now. I believe our leaders have listening ears and they are ready to listen to us. Yes, and I believe Mr. President give audience to our pain. Please, I will call for dialogue instead of protest. I want us to give our leaders the room for us to discuss with them and lay our grievances in a way that we will come to compromise rather than going for protest or destroying the environment in the name of protest. I believe that what we want to do is just to show our grievances. However, some miscreants, some opponents are ready to hijack this from us. So I'm calling on us, our youth this afternoon, telling us that protest should not be the next thing we should go for. Rather, we should come for dialogue with our leaders. Once again, my name is Nycn Ikorodu, representing Ikorodu North Youth.
Build the youth,
Build the nation.
build the nation.
Build the youth.
My name is Comrade Ismail Sadiq from Ikorodu North Nycn. Well, we have a lot to do when it comes to protest. We know Lagos State is always on protest, but the one that we did last in 2020, which is NSAS, which led to our NSAS, it caused a lot of violence in our state, and we can all see that all our properties, the Lagos State government property, were damaged. It takes a lot for us to come back to that kind of balanced economy again. And I'm just imploring our youth to just be peaceful and to go for dialogue instead of a violence protest. Build the youth.
Build the nation.
Thank you.
Build the youth,
Build the nation.
build the nation.
Build the youth.
My name is Comrade Abdullah Mashidawa Consola from Ikorodu North chapter. Protest can be defined as public disapprove of idea or action. And people do not really understand the meaning of protest. They take protest for riots, and we don't want riots in Ikorodu North. So I am pleading the youth of Ikorodu North, we should not go for protest, we should go for dialogue instead of protest. Thank you very much.
Build the youth.
Build the nation.
Invite the youth.
Build the nation.
I'm Comrade Rajubashe from Ikorodu North local branch, National Youth Council of Nigeria. I will urge the youth in Ikorodu North to abstain from a violent protest. We are youth-oriented body, we work for our constitution, and we beg on every youth in Ikorodu North and at Nigeria as a whole. Please say no to violent protest, say no to destructive protest. We have been having meetings several occasions with the state coordinator, the state chairman. We thank God there is a proposal placed in front of the state governor. There is a youth that's coming to each local government where we can drop our grievances or what we need. So I will just encourage the youth, please let us be calm, let us move with the local governments. Together we can change the narrative. Thank you very much. Build the youth.
Build the nation.
My name is Comrade Lamino Bukadas, Deputy Coordinator, Nycn Ikorodu North. Youths are ever synonymous with restiveness. They are never tired because of the energy, the vigor attached to their personality. But having said that, we also need to understand that this is governance. It is about governance. It is about Nigeria, our country. I'm speaking on behalf of Ikorodu North NYCN. I'm pleading. I'm saying this mainly to convince them, to convince our populace, our teenage youths, to have a rethink. We are all out concerning the imminent or impending nationwide protest coming up tomorrow. Our own stand here is that we are not in support of the protest. Although from different quarters or from different perspectives, people can come up with different ideology or different terms that protest is allowed. Yes, it is backed by constitution, but we are saying that it should be managed. It should not get out of hand, and we are not in total support. We are not even in tandem with it, with a protest that will eventually lead to destruction of lives and properties. We are youth. We are useful.